Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is DunkinMan. I'm back again with episode 3 of the Mango Time session. Um, because the last episode ended on such a high note with such a close battle, I'm hoping I can get a couple more battles today that are a little bit more intense and require a little bit more thought than just sweeping. So hopefully I don't run into something like Baton Pass, but I'm not going to ramble about it. I'm just going to find a battle. So, right, I found one right away. Going to give this man a smiley face. And he's got some members of his team that I don't want to see, particularly the Zatu and the Gator. It's a hard team, but what I think I want to do is probably lead off with Granbull because it has such a good matchup against his whole entire team, and I can probably just go for an attack. I want to go for the Player Rough, but I'm kind of expecting him to go into Vileplume. If he does, that's okay with me, because I can really kind of switch up after that. I'm not really scared of the Vileplume, even though I can't hit it very effectively with Granbull. And I think maybe Dragalge can probably handle it alright, or my Mesprit. So what I'm going to do is just go for the Player Rough. I did expect the U-turn, and I do expect him to go into Vileplume here. Yes, he does, but I'm not going to overpredict. No status, sweet. He could potentially go for the Sleep Powder here. He is faster than me. That's what's kind of stopping me from going into my Mesprit on it. And I think I'm just going to go... Now, I really don't want to get my... What do you call this? Dragalge injured, just so it can take on for Alligator later on, and potentially Hariyama. So, what doesn't look terribly useful? I guess this thing doesn't look all that useful. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, and he gets the Poison, which is just great. Right here, I'm going to go for Roost. I don't think he's going to go for Giga Drain, considering that he saw how much damage Sludge Bomb did. He's probably just going to go for that again, but if he happens to switch out, maybe predicting an Air Slash or a Hurricane or something like that, then I can probably just recover for free. No, he does stay in. He goes for another Sludge, which is okay, I guess. Now, he might go for a Giga Drain right here or something. I'm going to switch into my Mesprit. He does go for Sludge Bomb, gets a crit and a Poison. Not gonna lie, that really pisses me off like a lot. But the Psychic move is so obvious right here that he's either gonna go into his Probopass or his Zatu. And because of Zatu, I don't really want to go for Stealth Rocks. But since this thing is so messed up already, I'm just gonna go for it. He does go into Probo, which is great. He doesn't seem to have a spinner or anything like that, and that gives me the freedom to switch into... I want to switch into Granbull and go for an Earthquake, maybe. No, I'm worried that he might have a Steel-type move. But I don't really feel comfortable going... You know, I'm just going to go straight into Ludicolo here, as he goes for the Stealth Rocks, which is kind of to be predicted. Now he's probably predicting a Scald here. I'm just gonna go for the Whirlpool anyway. I miss. This is definitely not going the way I wanted it to, but I'm just gonna go for Scald, I guess, because he does go for Volt Switch. He's probably gonna go into his Vileplume, but he does not. No, he goes into Hariyama, so I guess he's maybe predicting Scald. Alright. I'm gonna go into Dragalge here because I am physically defensive, and I guess I can go for Sludge Wave. He's got a pretty safe switch into his Probopass, to be honest, but I'd rather just go for the attack as he goes for Knockoff. Gets poisoned. Hopefully he's not Guts. He could totally be Guts, but he's more likely Thick Fat AV. So I don't know what to do. He's getting all this status on my team, which is bullshit, really. Couple of haxes, I guess. Boy, this Streakology is super important. I'm just gonna sack my... no, I'm not. I will live... He'll probably go for the Volt Switch right here. I either have to Roost and die to Volt Switch, or Defog, or Scald. I'm kind of leaning towards Scald. I don't really feel like defogging is necessary, and I don't know if I'll get another chance to set up the rocks with my Mesprit, so I'm just gonna go for Scald. Do some damage. Don't get a burn, of course. But I do get the switch initiative on whatever he wants to go into. Probably Hariyama with the fake out. But we'll just have to see. He goes into Xatu. I don't know what to do against Xatu, really, but I'm going to go into Gramble here and go for the Crunch. I don't know if he's predicting Crunch, but nothing on his team except for Hariyama can take the Crunch very well. I guess Vileplume kind of could. It's at a reasonable... yeah, it's at like full HP, but he did not expect me to be Assault Vest, so I get to take out Xatu at least. So it's not a 6-0. I can say that much right now, but it does not look good for me right now. He's gonna go for another Sludge Bomb, I'm sure. And I have to go into my Dragology, really, even though it's gonna hurt, you know, taking rocks damage and taking that extra damage right there, especially considering that I don't have my leftovers anymore. I kinda have to go for Dragon Pulse, just because he could switch into his Probopass, and I'd rather, you know, do some damage to it than none. But he stays in here, and the more he lets me wear this down, the better. I'm gonna go for another Dragon Pulse. He'll probably outspeed me and kill me anyway, but on the off chance that he switches into something to resist, he goes for the Synthesis. I don't get a crit or anything like that, because that would be too lucky for me. I don't think Energy Ball will do anything to Probopass, to be honest. Man, this team is just gonna wreck me, man. Why did I have to get poisoned? Alright, so the Psyshock is so obvious. It doesn't really matter how much damage I do to Probopass, to be honest, because I can come in with my Zangoose now and revenge it. And honestly, I don't know what on his team wants to take 2 hits from Zangoose, so I could go for Knockoff here. I could definitely go for Knockoff, but I think CC is just the safer play. It's the more obvious play, but he does let this stay in and die, which is fine. Faint, if you will. Pokemon don't die, except for Cubones. Alright, so Vileplume comes in. This is the moment of truth. I need to see if Facade can kill it. If not, then yes! Alright, Facade did kill. That definitely opened up some windows for me. I'm gonna go into into my Gramble right here, just kind of to sack it, because this is what I saved it for in the first place, and yeah, he has Bullet Punch, so that's not surprising. I don't remember how much Scald did before. Hold on a sec. Let's scroll up and see. 23. I'm not going to be killing it with that, but I don't want to be taking a Bullet Punch either.
So I kind of have to come in here, go for that Scald. Alright, with the defense fall, if I don't get paralyzed, he'll die. Alright, cool. That's cool. Now, I don't think I can handle Feraligatr with Zangoose, but we will see. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to come in right here. He could also go into his Scyther, but he takes a lot of damage from rocks because of that, so I don't know if I agree with that play. He goes for the quick attack, so he has a quick attack of his own, which makes sense. Don't know if he's... I guess he's probably going to go for it again. So what I really want to do is just go for Facade. He does go for quick attack again. Facade takes that out, but he can just go for the Aqua Jet here with his Feraligatr, forcing me to go for the quick attack, which will not be killing anytime soon. And yep, that's GG. So it was actually quite close. I'm definitely not going to hate on that. This guy was actually quite high up on the ladder too, come to think of it. 1620. Let's see where that was. I just kind of want to get a reference, because that was awfully close. Yeah, this guy was number 15 on the ladder. Not bad. Not bad. So that was a close battle between me and DocSP. Now we've got Whogoeswhere, and he's got kind of an interesting team. I think he could lead off with his Quillfish, which would not be a good look for my what do you call it, Gramble. Kind of want to lead off with my... That was the worst possible switch. Excuse me, lead. So I'm gonna go into my Pelipper right away, because yeah, that makes sense. And the Scald is so obvious that I'm just gonna go for the Air Slash. Yes. Get some really solid damage off on this Quillfish. I don't think he can do a whole lot to me, so I'm just going to go for another Air Slash. He does go for the T-Wave, which I don't have it. Oh my goodness. Air Slash. Why? 95%. He goes for the spikes. He doesn't know that I have Defog. So I'm going to go for another Air Slash, predicting him to set up another layer of spikes. Don't get paralyzed, you stupid bird! You fucking bird. Alright. And on this turn, I will defog. I swear, do not get paralyzed. He's probably going to switch into his Electivire. He has nothing to fear from this Pelipper at the moment. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is not a good day to battle. That is apparent. But I can definitely still win against this Quillfish with my Pelipper, because I do have Roost, I have Defog, I have Air Slash, which hits them really hard. And his Waterfall doesn't do jack. I swear if he paraflinches me. Thank you. Thank you for not doing that. So, I get a little bit of justice. I'm just going to Roost right here, because he's probably going to see that, yeah, well, he actually gave me health back there, so that's a thing. He's probably just going to go for another, what do you call it? Air Slash, or excuse me, Pain Split. I'm going to go for another Air Slash, because right now the only thing that's happened so far is I got a paralysis on my Pelipper. But I'm just going to defog again. It doesn't really matter to me if he stays in or switches. He's probably going to go for Pain Split, but it's not, he can't, I can't miss my Air Slashes anymore. And I'm gonna go for Scald here, because honestly, he's not getting anywhere, and he might want to switch into his Electivire now. And oh my, okay, sorry for that sound, but you guys know, you saw it. I was going for that Scald. I might have gotten a nice little burn-a-rooney on this Electivire, which would have been great, but you know, my man just had to go for the Paralyze hacks, huh? Alright, now, he's not going to stay in and go for another Wild Charge. He might go for EQ, so I'm going to pull another switch into my my thing predicting the earthquake. So I do see that he's not choiced. And now I'm going to go right back into my Dragalge. No reason not to. He predicts that really nicely, which is fine with me. Just gonna go for Sludge Wave. Don't care. No poison hacks. I really like that. I haven't gotten jack for hacks at all in this session, whereas my opponents have gotten all the hacks they need, so that's pretty stellar. I'm gonna go for EQ. He's probably predicting this, but I don't really care. It doesn't seem like there's anything on his team that wants to take it. Yeah, Quillfish, you don't want to take that, friend. Now, I know that he's just got Waterfall, Spikes, Pain Split, and T-Wave. So he's going to go for the Pain Split right here. I'm just going to switch into my Pelipper because I know it can't do anything to me. Ah, T-Wave. I'm just going to keep going for Scalds now. There's no reason not to go for Scald right here. You know, Mantine, I guess, is a reason not to go for Scald. Maybe Lapras too, but he's not going to switch into either of those. Burn? No burn? Unreal. Unreal. I can't believe it. So Mantine does come in here, get a little bit of damage off. Not enough. And this thing's actually kind of a problem for my team. But I'm just going to go into my Mesprit here. He goes for Scald. Doesn't burn. I would have been really upset. I'm just going to go for Psyshock. Nothing on his team really wants to take a Psyshock from Mesprit, so Golurk, yeah, I guess it can take one. But he doesn't know that I have Energy Ball. And I'm faster. And I don't think Golurk actually gets any priority. So hopefully this kills. It does. Surprise! Haha! Life Orb Mesprit coming through. So at least I get that thing out of the way. Here, he does have Pyroar out on the field, and this thing is definitely strong. I'm trying to decide. I kind of want to go into my Ludicolo, but I don't know how well he can take two Fire Blasts. He's only really good for the Lapras anyway, so I'm just gonna go right into him. He goes for Dark Pulse, which is even better. And the Scald is kind of obvious. Scald is too obvious, isn't it? He's not going to stay in a Dark Pulse. So hopefully he switches into Mantine or his Lapras. He does. I get a little bit of HP back. And that's cool with me. Gonna keep going for the Giga. Because I do outspeed. Air Slash doesn't do all that much. So he can't flinch me either. And I still have no reason not to Giga Drain because Pyroar doesn't really scare Ludicolo that much. And Mantine is his best answer to my Ludicolo. So as long as maybe I can get a crit right here, that would be amazing. If not, that's cool too. So he goes into Evire, which takes way too much damage from that. And I'm gonna go for Scald. No. I don't know if Wild Charge is really gonna kill me or not. Will it kill me? If it doesn't kill me, it'll bring me into range where Pyroar can kill me, and I don't have a better answer to Pyroar. Except for this, I guess. So, yeah, I'm just going to stand and go for Scald. He goes for Wild Charge, and it doesn't kill. I should have gone for Giga Drain. I don't know. I knew he was going to go for Wild Charge, but I forgot that it did recoil damage, so honestly, Giga Drain would have been a better play right there. It's okay, though. It is okay, because Pyroar comes in now. Maybe he'll miss a Fire Blast or something crazy. No, he doesn't. He just goes for the Hyper Voice, which is cool, because now I can go could go for the Earthquake, but he knows I have Earthquake. He's part normal. I'm gonna go for CC because I eat that up, and that he dies to a close combat. So his offensive threats are pretty much neutralized at this point, which is super fantastic. I still have my two big offensive threats in Mesprit and Zangoose hanging around in the back, and Mantine's really low. Quillfish is quite low. Lapras is at full. I'm just gonna go back into my Pelipper right here because I know he can't beat me, and his Mantine could be a problem. I honestly should have switched into my Pelipper. I mean, not my... Never mind, I shouldn't have switched into my Mesprit right there. He might have predicted me to do that, but Air Slash it is. All the Air Slash I could ever want. Coming through. Okay. Quillfish, you need to stop. You can keep going for your Pain Splits if you want to, because, oh my god, Paralyze. Are you kidding me? Now he can't... Okay, well, at least now he can't keep going for Pain Split, because I'm not gonna roost. I'm not gonna roost. Bruh. And if he goes for another Spike right here and I don't get paralyzed, then I'll be able to kill him. He's not gaining anything here from the Pain Split anymore. So I think I can actually take him out. Oh my goodness! You guys, I'm so sorry that I'm really frustrated right now. This is stupid. This is just stupid. And I don't really appreciate him trying to take advantage of this Parahax. So he can suck it. And we're back to square one right now. He might as well just give up with this Quillfish, because the only thing that's saving him is Parahax, and I'm not really a huge fan of that being the case. Now I could go for Defog because he's got a Pain Split, but that won't get me anywhere. Might as well just hope for a crit, maybe? No crit. Alright, so here he's gonna go for a Spike predicting the Parahax. I'm sure of it. No, he didn't. Okay. Finally, I killed the Quillfish, which is all I really wanted to do. He only got up one layer of spikes, and I really don't care about having this thing around for either Lapras or Mantine. So I'm just going to defog if I get the chance. I can't do a whole lot of damage to this. It probably has Freeze Dry. Oh god. This is so bad. Alright. I'm still just going to go into... He's probably D-Dance. I can't get the Intimidate off through the sub, but I can still probably live a hit from this thing. So he goes for Freeze Dry. That's fine too. Okay, he's not sub DD. I don't know what he is. But right now, I'm just going to go for Crunch to break the sub. I don't really have any reason not to. I don't want to misplay rough. I don't want to weaken my defenses. And whatever. That's okay with me, man. You're not going to get behind a sub, is my thing. You're just not going to get behind a sub. So, I'm going to keep going for crunches. I don't care if he kills me, because I can go into my Mesprit now. I can go for Energy Ball. There's no reason not to. It is super effective, I think, against Lapras. And it'll do some decent damage. I probably would have been better off with Psyshock, I guess. I don't know. This might be a especially bulky Lapras. But, yeah, I definitely was better off with Psyshock. And it forced him to kill me off. And that's pretty much GG now, because I can go into my Zangoose and just click Knock Off. Actually, there's no reason to be foolish enough to think that Knockoff might kill. Knockoff probably would have killed in retrospect, but I'd rather go with the super effective move, honestly. Because if he switched out into Mantine, anyway, I could just facade. So that's GG to this guy. 50 turns. That that was actually a lot longer and closer than I thought. Ooh. So I think I'm going to end it off there. That was a pretty fun game. Quillfish was really annoying with the paralyze, but you know, what are you going to do? That's how people play sometimes. So yeah, I guess I don't have much else to say. So I guess next time we'll be doing part 4, and that'll probably be the last part, I think, because I like this team. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of over it at this point. I want to try something new. So until next time, you guys, peace out.